Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A. This is your show. I'm just a host, the Ready Talk Boxing Show, the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm a junkie. You're a junkie. Let's enjoy our rehab session. Now, today is March 20th. It's a lot of boxing today here, so I've been away from the show, so I'm just going to do a quick rundown of my picks for today. And luckily, a lot of these fights are being picked up on the apps, at least available to me in the States here. You know, we got the Better Beef, that's going to be on the ESPN Plus app for me. And then you got the Hooker and Ortiz, of course, that's on the Zone worldwide. So it's pretty good to see that. And then earlier, I'm going to start this off with a quick review. Sorry, folks, to delay it. A fight I've been waiting for, and it kept getting pushed back. And god damn it, it was worth it. Lee McGregor beat the shit out of Kareem Correef. Holy Jesus smokes, I did not expect it like that. And the reason why I'm talking about it is I did a few segments ago. You know what? I'm going to stop right now. And because I want to talk a little more about that fight. So going into the fights here, the 20th, Artur Beterbiev. You want to think he's just going to knock the shit out of Adam Diniz. So I go with him. I think Adam has the hand speed to trouble him, but I just don't know if he's going to have the cojones to throw him. If Adam wants to throw him, I think he has the hand speed to do an upset, or at least like not an upset. I think he can have himself a Colin Johnson moment if he goes with his hand speed. Let's see. Now, also on this card, I'm a little intrigued by this matchup. I know Azazbek Adogufor from the previous ESPN's cards, him and the Kovalev card. Seen that fight. But I don't know who Pavel, his opponent is, Pavel Sinagang. But the fact that it's 6-0 Pavel taking on 13-0 Azabek, that's a nice little clash on paper. And then it's for the WBC Silver Super Middleweight title. Again, if you're a junkie, or if you're a boxing junkie head and you watching the Double RT Boxing Show, you know we talk belts. The silver title, I like it. Like I said, I describe it the best as a B class tier, and if you want to get it, my process of training or thinking on what a true silver champion is, Sean Porter and Liam Williams. They fuck up everybody else, but when it's time to come to the elite fight, they just can't do it. You know, and when they do it, they prove they're more than silver medalists or silver champion. That to me are silver champions, man. Like they're there. They beat the shit out the rest of the field. You know, that's why I always, whenever I see a silver championship bout, I try and watch that, especially if I don't know the fighter. I'm like, let me know this guy. Now another fight on here, Alexander Besbutin. He's making his return since the drug bust thing. Is the guy who was supposed to fight Ugas. But anyway, he's making his return, Alexander Besbutin, against Viktor Palakhanov. 33-10 Viktor. You expect, he's 43 years old, so you expect Besbutin to come back in this victory. And the reason why, like I said, I'm interested in this fight is because just the speculation of the ties and the connections of Top Rank with Alexander Besbutin. Now they're going to continue to go with the WBA route, or they're just like, hey, you know what? Let's give him a Crawford route. You know, just put him in the list. You never know. So just to see if they bring that out, I'm interested in that Vesputin fight. Moving on. Across the pond. Oh, this is a card I'm pretty. I'm only one fight I'm not too, I guess I'm going to be, cooking my shrimp, vacuuming my rug. You know, there's always that one fight. Like if this was the WWE or back in the time when I used to watch it live and stuff, it was a WWF and it was the midget fights. You know, that's when everyone would get up and go get their pretzels, go get their dogs, you know, go get their WWF ice creams. Oh, it's the midget fight? You gotta go fucking bathroom. So my midget fight, and no disrespect, it just, I'm looking at them. I'm gonna check the girls out, you know. I like it. If they come competitive, I'll go do something. But right now on the paper, Bradley, Rhea, and Lee Cutler. Don't know them. Could be a hell of a fight. Just 9-0, 7-0. I just talked about 6-0 versus 13-0. So here you go. Another repeated it. So I might miss a barn burner, but this is probably where I'm going to cook my shrimp on this fight right here. Joe Gordina. I like Joe. He got touched up a little bit, but his last fight, if I remember correctly, but I like Joe. I like his little slipperiness. He seems to be, I don't know his opponent, Farouk Korbanov, 17-2. Sounds nice. Belgium. They got okay. From the time I created the show in 20, when did I create the Double R2? 24 years ago? Sounds like Belgium produces okay fighters, an okay market. He seems to be taking on pretty decent opposition, according to paper, his last fights. But according, you know, just like I said, I don't know his opponent, but looking at it on paper, he fought for either he was a champion or he fought for it, and he lost quite often with the EBU European Super Featherweight title. So maybe he's not even a silver champion type competitor. This Farouk is. So that's on paper. I would think this is a tick over for Joe Gordina. So I want to see how he looks, you know, just to stay calm. You know, now I will get into this fight for a subscriber. I didn't forget. I am going with Chris Bellum Smith. Vasquez looks like a gamer. He looks like a gamer, but I think he's a little too untamed. He's too untamed for me. You know, he's a great ride, a great ride through the countryside. But he's a little untamed. He might get your ass lost out there. I think Chris Bellum Smith is a little polished, a little more. He seems to have a little more season with him. Just from what I see, I like it. It's an interesting fight. I would have never paid attention to this fight, but it was requested, and it's interesting. I interesting to see what type of money is put on this fight. You know, this guy would be some type of tick over, or I don't gamble, so what are they called? Parlays. It's an interesting parlay fight here, if that's what this is. But it is for the WBA Continental Cruiserweight title. So we could always follow the belts. There's nothing wrong with that. Following in the Continental, so these guys have a great opportunity to produce their names in their country. Yeah, but I am going with Bellum Smith to I think he's gonna knock I think he's gonna knock Vassell Ducar out. Even though it looked like Vassell swings harder, he just swings wild, and you can see his punches. You could box him, and I think what Bellin Smith is. I think he's a more I guess if you say, I think he's a puncher boxer, while it looks like Ducar is kind of like a crude puncher boxer. Now, saying that, I'm going with my upset of the week. Upset of the week, folks. Part of me don't want it to be, and I get into that, but I'm going with upset of the week. I'm going with Jorge Fortea. I think he's gonna upset Fowler. I think so. I think he has the style, the movement. He definitely doesn't have the punch power, and that's the only thing that might upset me here. He might, and if he comes in, it's always that wild card. How has he been taking shape during the pandemic? It's always that wild card. But as far as coming into the ring and styles make fights, I think his movement is pretty good for the cement-footed Fowler. Fowler probably could knock his block off if he could catch him. But it's a lot of mysteries. Pandemic shape, punching power. But Fowler, he'll give you a fucking turd in a punch bowl any given fucking Saturday night. But the thing is, one reason why I do want Fowler to win over here in the United States, Austin Ammo is calling them out. So, and Austin Ammo just beat Dennis Douglin, and 13, 14, 15 professional fights is not a far step up, considering Ammo just fought Dennis Douglin. So a Fowler win or fighting Fowler off a loss, either or, is still a good fight for Austin Ammo. So I'm gonna go. You know what? I want to see that Austin Ammo fight so bad with Anthony Fowler, and that's why I want Jorge Fortea to definitely win this fight. Because if Fowler wins, he probably think he's too much to fight Austin Ammo. But if he comes off a loss against Jorge Fortea, a guy I think people are looking at on paper like, he should beat that guy, the fight won't seem so bad against Austin Ammo now. Because Austin Ammo will have a nice little, not prospect, but yeah, I guess a prospect building name coming off that nice, impressive victory against Dennis Douglin. Anthony Fowler, if he could just knock out that hot prospect, it'll boost him into the graces again, coming off a loss to Jorge Fortea. And I think, I go with I know it's a long shot because the power and the pandemic-shaped mystery card. But as far as styles make fights, I like the movement. I like the punch selection. As far as gratitude, like the chins and the punching power, all the chin and the punching power goes to Fowler's. That's why I could just end up be spitting in the wind on this one. But I'm going with Jorge Fortea on the upset of the week, the WBA International Superweight title. Oh, that's the upset of the week right there. And then we're coming on to the RRT Boxing Show franchise champion. You heard it, folks. The Lawrence Okolie making his ring against Krzysztof Golowski. Man, I made this prediction a long time ago. The fight's been postponed. I already did the video a long time ago. I'm going with Okolie on knockout. And I believe I did this video Oh man, it's a long time ago. It's when I was doing the thumbnails in blue. So I did this like in last season. I just thought with Glowacki not taking punches well, he's been in wars, so I think his punch resistance shield is starting to have its cracks. It used to be dented, now it's starting to have cracks. And when he gets hit, his legs are starting to go on him. So I think with the mystery card, I'm going to play Lawrence Okolie. Has been able to be in a little better shape than Glowacki. Could be absolutely meaningless, but I'm going to say Glowacki won't come in the best of shape as far as stamina-wise. And I think eventually the jab, Okolie, is this his second one with McGuigan? I almost forgot they teamed up until I watched Lawrence's last fight again. With him sticking that jab, getting better. Now, if he could just somehow not overly move, but just take the proper steps to keep his opponent reset, follow, and just walk him into a right hand or backhand. Oh man, Okolie could be dangerous. Like I said, I liked Okolie smothering and that ugly shit. Oh, I loved it. Everything that everyone was talking about hating Okolie for, I loved it. I love him stinking up the room. Now, if he could add a jab and a strong ass right hand with some just enough movement to make you reset your feet, I think he's gonna wear Glowacki out with holding him and then just backhand him. That's what I got. So I got Lawrence Okolie rebirthed in the cruiserweight division by becoming the WBO champion. That is definitely needed in that division, because once the Usyk left that division, it kind of, the WBSS was helping, but the fact that it just slowed down so much, it just stopped. It just stopped. So I'm hoping Okolie brings that back. Moving on to, again, thankfully for apps, the DAZN card here in the United States. So these DAZN cards, they usually have a nice mixture of young American fighters. So I don't know too many. So I don't know too many, but I look forward to watching these cards just for that factor. I like to try and see some of the future. But in saying that, there was almost my upset of the week on this card, and that was the female co-main event, the WBA World Female Minimum Title. Annabelle Ortiz defending her title strap against Cecilia Estrada. I was going to pick Annabelle Ortiz. I was going to pick her. But the thing is, I'm going to go with hand speed. That's the only thing I'm giving Estrada for and saving this fight. I think as right now in the stage, I think Annabelle Ortiz, of course with the experience, 31-3 against 19-0, that's its own little check box. But I just think Annabelle Ortiz is just an overall better fighter. I think she has a understanding of distance, body punching, all that stuff. Estrada, as far as her changing her head and her up and down rhythms, swinging into orthodox and southpaw, it's nice, but it just doesn't seem quite clicked yet. You know, she has the power, she swings hard as fuck, but there's no jab there. The inside body work is nice. It's definitely see where there's ceilings going on that. It just, like I said, I think she's probably gonna knock the shit out of Annabelle Ortiz with the power she does possess and the hand speed I do think she has over Annabelle. I think it's going to be enough to defeat the veteran champion. Annabelle just in the last few fights has not been fighting the competition you will want to fight going into an Estrada. But Annabelle Ortiz signed this contract looking for this smoke. So it's interesting. It's very interesting, man. Because Annabelle Ortiz, who's been a champion, 9, 8, almost like 6 years, something like this. She's been rolling with a champion. It's like 6, 7 years. You know, who's the last time she lost? Was it my homegirl, Jessica Tutti? Was that her last loss? Tutti. So she has not lost since Tutti. So she can do her thing, but no power, 4 knockouts, and I'm never one to knock the boxer because that's my addiction. This is the RT Boxing Show, the boxing rehab for us junkies. I am addicted to ring generalship. That is my drug. So I like Annabelle Ortiz non-power ass. I like how she'll get in your ass, get in your face, and beat your guts up. You know, she'll do a little step back move if she has to. But if she had just a little more power, I would pick her to beat Estrada. Because I think as far as Estrada is good at the body game, good at the power, she fought and did good against Esperanza, but that girl is on the move. Annabelle Ortiz is going to be coming at her. And I don't think Estrada has faced anyone with the body attack up and down game of Annabelle Ortiz. But what's the difference here? Like 26-34? 28-34. And again, Annabelle Ortiz has not been facing the competition lately that Estrada has been doing. Like, I know her last fight was Atkins, the girl who got knocked out. That was, I believe a replacement or something. But before, I think it was a replacement. I think it was supposed to be like a little Jackie someone in there. Probably got her ass knocked out too. She just looks so cute and innocent, and like she found a pair of boxing gloves and put them on, and like, oh shit, this is real. But anyway, her last fight was Atkins, knocked her ass out. Before that, Esparza, and then before that was Gretchen. Annabelle. And if you know that, Gretchen's fucking experienced around the world, so that's a good little notch right there. She fought Deborah Rafingo, same opponent that Annabelle Ortiz fought that same year. Deborah fought Annabelle in March, and then in fucking November, she fought Asinya. So a common opponent. Actually got fucking two common opponents back to back. She fought. Then right after that, the same opponent, Jennifer Leon, fought Annabelle and then lost to Annabelle, and then her next fight was Asinya. So back to back fights. Annabelle goes on, signs with Golden Boy, fights this some weak competition. Now, that's all she could get, or was Golden Boy just like, hey, we'll keep you busy, but we'll keep you busy with some soft-ass fights. It's like, I don't know if this is just a contract. Was Heidi Cruz her first fight with Golden Boy? And again, her last fight was against a 19-year-old girl. Again, step in, replacement, stay busy fight. But that was your last fight before you're fighting on the fucking the super bad. So again, both these girls' fights were last-minute replacements. Miranda Atkins, Heidi Cruz. Atkins got her ass slept. Annabelle beat a 19-year-old. Let you know, like I said, I want to pick Annabelle on an upset because I think I just got to go with what I haven't seen. I haven't seen since Cecilia hit. I haven't seen her pressed. Like Marlena gave her a good fight, but she didn't hit her and do the damn thing like I think Annabelle Ortiz can, the up and down body attack. Marlena looked good with the movement and moving, but it just, to me, it was more sizzle than what's the saying? More sizzle than stick. I don't know the fuck. It was all smoke but no fire, you know. And I think Annabelle Ortiz is gonna bring some fire. I want to pick Annabelle Ortiz so bad on this, but I just think the hand speed is going to be the major factor. I think Annabelle Ortiz is going to get inside, hit some body work, but the hand speed is going to start making this difference and putting Annabelle on the back foot. And again, there's that mystery wild card. How is Annabelle at 34 years old? How was she keeping shape during the pandemic? Very interesting. Very interesting. And then going on to the main event. Again, I'm going with super bad on that. Very, very hard choice for me. But I'm going with super bad by knockout. Think the hand speed will. No, actually. Yeah. I go knockout. I go 5th round knockout. I think it's just gonna be catching like, oh shit, hand speed. And I got Virgil Ortiz. I think he's gonna knock out Maurice Hooker. It's sad everyone's going around on the internet saying that, but I think it's true. I think he's gonna knock him out quick too. I think that's gonna be a quick knockout. I don't think Maurice Hooker is gonna have the discipline to. I don't think he's gonna have the discipline or the pride to stay on the back foot and fight a safe fight against the young kid, you know, air quotes, kid. I think Maurice Hooker pride's gonna get the best of him and fight the kid and get knocked out. I think the kid Ortiz Jr. is a way harder hitter. Now, can Maurice get that leverage at his famous back right hand? A 70-inch to an 80-inch reach. You would like to think so. 22-31. You would like to think Maurice Hooker can do this with those attributes. But I'm going. He's getting knocked out in the 6th round. His pride's gonna make him fight Virgil Ortiz, and that's what Virgil Ortiz needs. But I'm interested to see if Hooker goes on his back foot where he is best. You know, when he's on that back foot fight, I want to see Virgil Ortiz cut the ring off, work himself inside of a jab. I really haven't seen it. I've seen Virgil Ortiz move and just walk someone down, but I really never had to see him move, slip, and work himself inside to slip danger. So I'm interested to see what new wrinkles Maurice Hooker brings out of Virgil Ortiz. Do I think Hooker can knock Ortiz out? I do. I do think he could underestimate and eat too many right hands and one could just catch him. But I'm going with Ortiz 6th round knockout against the ropes, just like Ramirez. He's gonna walk him down. Hooker's gonna be doing too much movement, and the Hooker body attack is a good one. But if he's doing good body work, that means that 80-inch or the 10-inch reach advantage is nullified. So it's not necessarily a good thing to see Hooker having a good body game this fight. But we shall see. I got Virgil Ortiz becoming the new WBO International Welterweight title. And if you know what that means, That's a good one, folks. The international. That means you cross. Well, it's not the intercontinental, but it's international. But in this case, because it's always the intercontinental belt. That's the belt you always want to have. You want the intercontinental. That means you could travel worldwide, continent to continent, hunting down the champion. That's what the intercontinental belt means. So I know a lot of YouTube channels and shows and podcasts and all those other boxing information, even the main medias, even the ESPNs and everyone, they always say, oh, these belts are shitty, blah, 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 blah. They never take the time to research it and learn it, or even how is boxing a year-round sport? How are you going to have people all around the world get their opportunity? How are you going to rank them when you say they suck? They're bums. Who is it? Who is Adney Yearam? You get pissed off about them, but boxing's a worldwide sport. Okay, so you get the intercontinental and you track down the champion. If the champion's in Spain and you won your belt in Australia, you know what? I'm the intercontinental champion. I can travel across the water to any land, track your championship down, and beat your ass. That's what the intercontinental belt is. But in this case, the international is just as good. And I will tell you why. Because for the WBO international title, you don't have to travel across water to get to the champion. That's Terrence Crawford, right here in the United States, right here in the same nation. The international champion, Hooker or Ortiz, does not have to leave dry land to track down the champion. So the international champion has free reign all in the United States, all in Canada, all in Mexico. But you know what? The world champion is right there in the United States. So the fact that whoever wins this fight has great chances of becoming Terrence Crawford's next opponent within the next 3 fights. He ain't got far to track him down. And those are my picks for March 20th, 2021. Let's see if I get those upsets right or wrong. The Double RT Boxing Show. Thank you for your time and support. Stay tuned in.